All right, let's dive into some awesome tips for better English listening AD speaking. We're really going deep on this one.
Yeah, today's all about really getting how these techniques work.
Exactly. It's like, why do they work? How do they work? We'll get into all that.
We'll look at the details and even, question some of the usual stuff people say about learning languages.
Because who hasn't felt stuck with textbooks,
Right.
You just want to actually speak the
So
language.
that's what we're here for. It's like a guide to get you fluent, step by step.
Okay, so the source material is big on listen and repeat to start.
Now, you might think that's super basic, but
Yeah, is that it? Just repeat.
there's way more to it. It's like training your ears to really hear the sounds.
So it's not just about saying the words.
It's rhythms, the up and down of the voice, intonation.
So like almost musical.
Yeah, and your brain starts connecting those sounds, making it easier to speak.
Love that. Okay, so any tips to make listen and repeat work even better?
Focus on sounds you find tough. Let's say Sith is hard. Don't just repeat whole sentences.
I see. Break it down.
Yeah, just that sound over and over, then slowly put it into words.
Makes sense. Building blocks.
Exactly. Once you have those sounds, you can level up with shadowing.
Shadowing. Okay, what's that all about?
You're listening to, say, a native speaker, right? And you try to talk along with them live F.
Whoa, really? Like at the same time?
Pace, intonation, everything, even when they pause.
That's got to be hard.
It is, but that's why it works. Your brain has to process the language so fast.
Like a language workout.
Totally.
Yeah.
And you start speaking more naturally without even thinking.
I'm into it. But sometimes you need breaks from all that, right?
For sure. Podcasts and audiobooks are great for that.
Yeah. Learning without even realizing it.
They gotta pick topics you actually like.
So true. I tried learning Spanish with a podcast about gardening once.
Oh no. Did it work?
I know more Spanish veggie words than anything useful.
That's the point. You gotta be engaged. Even then, you can't just zone out.
No multitasking while listening.
Nope. Try summarizing what they said. Write down cool phrases. Say key parts out loud.
So actively listening instead of passively.
Big time. Imagine the host asks, "What's your favorite book?"
Gotcha.
Pause it and answer like you're really there.
Okay. My favorite book is Pride and Prejudice because of the smart conversations and interesting characters.
See? That's practicing speaking right there.
No pressure of a real conversation either.
And if you're brave, talk to yourself full on.
Wait, talking to myself, is that normal?
Sounds weird, but it's awesome practice. It gets you thinking in English.
So instead of just thinking, I got to go to the store, I should.
Say it. I need to go to the store, get milk, eggs, and bread. Maybe they have that yogurt I love.
I see it. Like a mental English workout.
And you can do it anywhere, anytime.
Walking the dog, doing dishes. Perfect.
Exactly. Alone time becomes language time.
Okay, I'm feeling like I have all these techniques now.
And we're not even done. Videos with subtitles are another good one.
Subtitles are the best.
They really help link the spoken word to what you see, especially if you're a visual learner.
Like decoding the sounds, right?
You watch, listen to how they say it, pause, repeat.
Hitting all the senses.
As you get better, turn the subtitles off a real test.
Like a training montage for your ears.
Exactly. Shows you how much you've improved and you get more confident.
Okay, so lots for solo practice. What about talking with actual people, though?
Language exchange programs.
Sounds kind of scary, but tell me more.
Find someone who speaks English, who's learning your language.
I get it. You help each other.
Real conversations, not just textbook stuff.
Must be some funny moments when you're both learning.
Oh, for sure. But you laugh, you make mistakes, it's all good.
Embracing the awkwardness,
And speaking of fun, games.
Games. Now we're talking.
Makes it way more engaging and you learn faster.
Like what kind of games?
Spot the word, listen to something, and write down specific words.
Vocabulary scavenger hunt.
Right. It makes you focus on each word.
What about guess the meaning?
Use context to figure out new words, like little puzzles.
So like being a language detective.
And good old role-playing games. Listen to, say, ordering food, then act it out.
That's awesome. No pressure of a real restaurant.
Exactly. Practice all kinds of situations and get more confident speaking.
I'm loving the game idea.
And there are tons online, apps, make your own with friends. The options are endless.
Okay, so we've covered a lot, T, from repeating to shadowing, podcasts, to actually talking with people.
So many ways to improve.
It's been all about making it fun, too, right? And figuring out what works for you.
Exactly. Because if you don't enjoy it, you won't keep doing it.
Truth. But let's talk about that, feeling of self-doubt.
Yeah, that little voice is like,
Yep.
you'll never be fluent, or you're messing up too much.
It's so discouraging, especially when you hit those plateaus.
It's super normal, part of the process.
But how do you deal with it? How do you stay motivated?
Try recording yourself speaking.
Isn't that like hearing your own voicemail? A little scary.
Maybe at first, but it's so useful.
I listen to something, record myself saying it, then compare.
Exactly. You can really hear what you need to work on.
Makes sense, especially for pronunciation and stuff.
It's not just about mistakes, though. Notice the good stuff, too. Clearer pronunciation, smoother sentences.
Like a little reminder of how far you've come.
Exactly. And those so-called mistakes are how you learn.
So not beating myself up over them.
They show you're pushing yourself and getting better.
I like that. But what about when I feel totally stuck? Like no progress at all?
That's when perspective is key. Don't focus on what you haven't done, but what you have.
So instead of thinking, I still don't get fast conversations, I should be happy I can order a coffee now.
You've got it. Celebrate those wins, no matter how small.
Like little milestones on a long journey.
And speaking of journeys, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Consistency and patience, those are your buddies.
We all want things fast these days. It's easy to forget that.
It takes time. Immerse yourself, make mistakes, learn. It's all gradual.
So trust the process, even when it feels slow.
And enjoy it. The ups, the downs, the aha moments, the confusing ones. It's all part of it.
Because those confusing moments are where you learn the most, right?
Often, yeah. That's when you grow the most.
And isn't that the point of learning anything?
Couldn't agree more. And you know, this whole journey thing links back to something we said earlier. Have fun.
Yes, fun is key.
If it's a chore, you won't keep going. We talked about games, engaging stuff.
And don't forget other people.
Huge. A language partner or group makes a world of difference.
Like your own personal cheer squad.
And sometimes you just need a good laugh to keep you going.
Sharing those funny language fails and moments when you just didn't get each other, those are the best.
They make it so much more memorable.
It is. It's about connecting, not just the language itself.
It really broadens your world.
And those mishaps lead to the best stories.
Like when I tried to order a croissant in Paris and accidentally asked for a croissant of the moon.
Croissant of the moon. Hilarious. What happened?
He just laughed and gave me a normal croissant, but it became a joke with my language partner.
See, those are the moments that make it all worth it.
It's more than just a skill. It's about new viewpoints, new people, new stories.
So embrace the fun, the laughs, the connections, folks. That's what makes it amazing.
It's what makes the whole thing worthwhile.
And remember, you're not alone on this journey. We're all in this together.
So keep exploring, keep practicing, keep that curiosity alive.
Great stuff today. We'll be right back to continue this deep dive.
You know, going through all this, it really hits me.
What's that?
How much this is about your mindset, not just the techniques.
Mindset.
Yeah, like having the right attitude, not getting scared of challenges, believing you can learn.
Because honestly, learning another language, it's not always easy.
Oh, absolutely not. You'll get frustrated, doubt yourself, maybe even shed a few tears over grammar. Haha.
Been there. I tried German once. Noun genders, oh my gosh.
The worst. But you can't let those moments stop you.
So how do you stay positive, even when it feels overwhelming?
Try changing how you look at it.
What do you mean?
Focus on what you've already learned, not what you haven't.
Okay, so instead of stressing that I can't have a whole conversation yet,
Be proud you can understand a news article, even just the main idea.
I like that.
Celebrate the small wins, no matter how small.
Like little steps on a long path, you know?
Exactly. And it's a long path. Remember that. It's not a race.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
You got it. It takes constant work, slow and steady, and lots of patience.
We're so used to everything being instant now, it's hard to remember.
Language takes time. You immerse yourself, mess up, learn from it. It's all gradual.
Trust the process, even when it's slow going.
And enjoy it. The highs, the lows, the I got it moments, the confusing ones, all of it.
Because those confusing parts, those are where you really figure things out.
A lot of the time, yeah. It pushes you to grow.
And that's what learning's all about, right?
Totally. And this whole journey idea, it connects to something we said before. Have fun with it.
Make it enjoyable.
Yeah. Because if it feels like a chore, you won't last. We talked about games, finding interesting stuff.
And having other people to learn with.
Huge. Having a partner or group is a game changer.
It's like having your own cheerleaders.
Sometimes you need a good laugh, too, to keep you going.
Oh, totally. Sharing those times you messed up the language or misunderstood each other, that's gold.
Makes it so much more memorable.
Yeah, it's about more than just words. It's connecting with others.
It really opens up your world.
And those language fails become the best stories later on.
Like, I tried to order a croissant in Paris once. I accidentally asked for a croissant of the moon.
Croissant of the moon.
Yeah.
I love it. What happened?
The baker just laughed and gave me a normal one, but it became this joke between me and my language partner.
See, those are the moments that make it all worth it.
It's way more than just a skill. It's new ways of seeing things, new people, new stories.
Yeah, so to everyone listening, enjoy it. Have fun, laugh, connect with people. That's what makes this awesome.
That's what makes it all worthwhile.
And remember, you're not on this path alone. There's a whole community out there with you.
Keep exploring, keep practicing, and keep that spark of wanting to learn alive.
Great advice. We'll be right back with one final thought to get you going on your language journey. We're back, and my head is spinning with all these amazing techniques.
It's a lot, right?
It is, but I feel like something's missing.
What do you think it is?
Actually doing it. You know, we can learn about all these tips, but if we don't actually use them.
Totally agree. It's like knowing how to drive but never getting in the car.
Right. So, listeners, here's my challenge for you.
Yeah.
Pick one technique that really clicked with you.
Anything, shadowing, recording yourself talking, those mini conversations, whatever you're excited about.
And try it out for just 5 minutes today.
5 minutes, that's all. It's like planting a little seed.
And you never know, that tiny effort could be the start of something big, you know, with your language learning.
That little spark that gets you going.
Love that. A spark for fluency. And honestly, in those 5 minutes, you might surprise yourself.
You might find out you love shadowing, or you're great at accents, or you get this new confidence speaking English.
And even if it feels weird or tough, it's okay.
That's how you grow. Embrace the mess-ups, the confusing moments. They're often what gets you to that next level.
So what are you waiting for? Take that first step, light that spark, and watch your English skills bloom.
And remember, we're all here to support you. This community of language learners is huge.
So keep exploring, keep practicing, and never lose that curiosity.
Until next time, happy learning, everyone.
And that's a wrap for today's deep dive. We'll catch you in the next one.